Technologia.
Technologia. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome
Man.
in.
Welcome in.
It is Between Two Towers. This is episode 13, man.
13?
Yeah. It's big
Right.
numbers.
That's
I
right.
like
Lucky
that.
13.
Lucky 13. And I think it is a rather appropriate number for kind of the subject matter for tonight. We did an episode a while ago where we talked about communities, gaming communities that were getting it right. And I think one of the things that was an unspoken like kind of baseline for that is the communities kind of had to pick up the game and walk with it afterwards, right? Like, have you ever seen the meme of someone asked a question on Twitter about a rule in Uno, and they said they asked the question, Uno responded like it was a stacking, and they're like, actually it's like this. That dude said, no, you stay out of this. We'll take
like, you don't know how to play a game, right? Yeah. You made the game. Let us play it. Like,
exactly. And I think we covered that well. And for tonight's episode, and especially for the past couple months, like the sheer gall of companies, and I think with everyone else talking about it, it is a great time to really get into why are these companies screwing it up, man? Like, what's going on? What are you seeing? What are you hearing? What's the word on the street?
Honestly, like, there's a lot going on recently in gaming, and just in like the whole sphere, like from I think Bellular put out a video a day or two ago about $80 games aren't selling. It just sucks.
Yeah,
I think I saw Asmon react to it. But no, I have so much to talk about today. Like, you can literally give me topics and I'll just be like, yes. I mean, I have all the things to say about player housing. I have all the things to say about an interesting observation I've made about Legion Remix. I've seen people really don't like it, call it like retail slop, and my side of the coin is I missed Remix, or I missed Legion the first time, so I'm here for it.
Yeah. Is like the things you're hearing, this isn't like it was before? Like, I think you're the target audience for something like that. Like, I personally think Remix is something Blizzard did correct. Is like, hey, do you know all about this expansion, but you missed it the first time? Here's a crash course into getting you not having to worry about legendary rolls and all that kind of noise. Like, I feel like that's like almost rare W, and they don't get credit for that. And I find that strange. I do find that strange.
They took out the time gating aspects. Like, one of the most irritating things that kept me from going back to do like any of the order hall stuff. I'd get into all to be like, yeah, this fucking order hall is cool, dude. Is that a Launcher's Foul? That's sick as hell. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's who Ritson is. Oh, dude, I've been hearing about you since Burning Crusade. Your necklace was like the best Shadow Priest necklace in the game for the longest time. Dude, that's so cool. And then like the 6th quest in, they're like, we want you to work on a garrison style table. All of your progress shall be ground to a halt while you wait 3 days for these missions to have a 70% chance to complete.
Dude, the percentage.
Legion was like, or Legion Remix was like, hey, we're going to skip you through this. Literally, when you get to one of those quests, Mortarion pops up and she's like, this isn't what we're studying. And it skips you ahead in time so you can just turn the quests in. Like, it's fantastic. And then they paired it up with housing. I need you to understand that there was a good week where I was coming home from work at 6 a.m. and just diving into clearing every raid in Legion on Mythic. Why? Because I spent more time running to the boss than I did fighting it. It was cake. Just so I could get about 70k bronze so I could buy these fucking green fire torches. I have 45 green fire torches and it's not enough.
I forgot that the housing you get, if you want a green torch, you have to go and unlock the green torch. But if you want 2 green torches, you have to go and get a second green torch and then go back and get a third torch. And really, is that the direction you're really like? I like it in the idea, the theory of it. I think the theory of go play the game and unlock the stuff is absolutely brilliant. I don't
Yes.
think it's a good idea that if I want to have decoration around the trim of my house, I have to go get that thing so many freaking times. That seems disheartening.
I agree, especially when it comes down to things like fences.
Yes.
Fuck you guys. Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
It's still early access. I'm hoping they learn a lot from this. Because you know what? It's made me do more than anything. It's made me in content. It doesn't matter where I go. Kazavesh, Karazhan, your mom's house in Stormwind. I'm stopping to look at all of the things. Like, ooh, Blizzard, can I have this rug? Blizzard, please. Ooh, Blizzard,
Oh, sure.
Blizzard. Look at this. Look at this blood elf hookah. Blizzard, can I have this hookah? Please. Ooh, Blizzard, look, tailors can make a fucking loom. Why did you only give me a Draenei themed loom? There's a human one right out here in Stormwind. And oh, look, the freaking sweatshop owner and a blood elf, because of course he's a blood elf, over in Silvermoon, has an elf style loom. Give me the looms, Blizzard. Like
Do you think
everything.
Do you think that, so I would attribute that you specifically think that way, but I want to give players the benefit of the doubt. Do you think that because of player housing, more people are paying attention to the world around them and going, I wonder if I can have that in my house?
I would say yes, just because, like, okay, whenever Legion came up, like we're talking to loop back to Legion Remix, Legion Dalaran or Remix Dalaran is very empty. A lot of the NPCs that don't need to be there aren't there. Like
Okay.
you can't do professions or any of that, which gave me the opportunity to go. I've never actually walked around and looked at everything. I on stream did a walkthrough of Legion where I just RP walked through every building, looked at all the stuff, all the clutter. And I tell you what, man, it doesn't matter what expansion. People hated Warlords, people hated Shadowlands. The art team kills it every time.
Yeah.
Every time. I've never seen a shitty looking zone, only maybe shitty color palettes. I like, did you know there's a painting store in Dalaran?
A painting store? Sure.
There's a store,
I
a whole
believe
bunch of paintings on the wall. And I'm walking through that store like, hey, can I get that blood elf lady? Yeah. That goblin pinup, I'm gonna need one of them. That landscape, I'm gonna need two of them. I want a whole room full of it. Like I know that I am the outlet. And Nin makes a really good point about the cost. If the item should be discounted after the first purchase.
Great idea. What a great idea.
But I know that I am the, like, Pepe Sylvia, like, I just want the rugs from Karazhan kind of person. Like, I get it. That's me. That's not every player. But I will say they have done something with housing for every player. Like, if you like to go and collect stuff from old raids, guess what? Garrosh drops a horde-themed throne. It's real cool.
My wife looked it up and she saw like what it looks like up close in the detail, and like, no one's sitting on it. And she's looking at it and she's like, there's no way that's comfortable. Like, there's no wonder all of the orcs are mad. Like, they sit on that and their butt hurts. Like, of course, like that's an awful chair.
I'm of the opinion, though, that a throne should never be comfortable. It should be uncomfortable. A position of power should never be one of comfort. I know.
I mean,
my poetic ideals. But it's every throne in WoW. I don't think you see really many with cushions.
No. A lot of wooden chairs. Like, even playing in the Alliance recently, all of the places aren't made of like mud and stone, but it's all still made out of wood, and it's wooden chairs and wooden benches and shit.
I mean, look at notable thrones, to go off on a side tangent. We got Nefarian's throne, stone. We've got the dwarf throne in Ironforge, stone, metal. You've got Tyrannus's throne in the ruins of Undercity or Lordaeron, stone. Even Thrall's thing. I think Thrall's was more of like wood, bone, leather, that sort of thing. But yeah, even the gnome throne is like it's a flat like metal surface with gears and shit on it.
Yeah, not comfortable, dude. Like, but to your poetic point, I could appreciate you shouldn't be sitting there for too long, go out and do stuff kind of deal.
Right.
So sure.
Yeah.
So staying on the topic at least of player housing in WoW, the introduction of real world currency. Now, I am all of this is assumptions because I'm too mad to look it up and I'm too stubborn to get the game. It is my assumption that whatever you can get with real world money are separate from what you're playing the game and going to get. Like
Yes.
if I'm gonna go get the fell like a fell fire thing, I can't just go buy it in the shop. I have to go and get the fell fire thing, but the shop has an orange fire thing, or you know, a blue or purple one. The fell fire one, I have to go kill fell for, and I think that that is okay. I do
It's
think that
comparable
that's
to battle
okay.
pets.
Yes, and
Like
that's also fair. Sure.
like whenever battle pets first dropped as like a thing, they stopped being the little fucking critter that ran alongside you. They started becoming more like the Pokemon system.
Yep.
They did this thing where like there were rare spawn pets. Like you want a ghost, go to Karazhan outside in that basement cellar area in the town, the burned down town at midnight server time, and a unique ghost will spawn. Fellwood had a mini infernal pet, stuff like that. Like it wasn't just go kill the boss, go kill a boss, get a pet. There was the raiding with leashes stuff, sure. There were things you had to do to get these pets. Then they had the whole secret stuff with Jennifer and all that. You could also buy battle pets off of the store. Like I will say that it's kind of messed up. The highest attack power battle pets came from the collector's edition of Cataclysm and one from the store. Little Ragnaros had the highest attack power for the longest time.
Wouldn't it be cool if Little Ragnaros, if you went and did MC and you got Rag, whether it's by an achievement from doing something fun or a percentage drop, be like, hey, go kill Rag and you'll get a little Rag. I would prefer that. Like I think
Yes.
at the bare, like that's me talking as a fan of the game, right? Like I think as like to your point, the bare bones system, sure, fine. There's one in the store and a bunch others in the game. I kind of don't like though that the most powerful one you bought, because if that
Yeah.
system mattered in the game, then you're getting rank 1 gladiator with a store bought freaking thing. But
And
yeah.
it was like a rock paper scissors thing because his speed wasn't as high, his defense wasn't as high. He just had the highest raw attack stat. But I will
Oh,
say, to that point, my battle pet team for years was literally Little Ragnaros, Little Deathwing, and the Strand Crawler pet that you got from fishing. But like stuff like that, like I'm okay with that. I'm even okay with there being mounts that you can't really get in retail in the thing or
yeah.
in the store. Like it's caught me. I bought the flying pirate ship. I bought the mechanical fucking dragon, and I'm okay with that. What I don't hope to see is like super unique items. Like I hope they do with housing what they did with unique things in the trading post. There are sets that they sold on in the store that eventually cycled into the trading post. That being said, I
Yeah.
don't want housing items in the trading post. I
Ooh.
don't want to be dropping a bunch of my fucking tendies for one chair or three chairs or
Oh,
whatever.
imagine, dude, imagine you got a kitchen table, right? And you went and you got 3 of the 4 chairs that match. And one day, there it is in the trading post, right underneath Invincible. And you got enough for one of them.
I won't buy Invincible. Remix has teased me with that because in both of the remixes you could buy raid drop mounts. I in Pandaria remix I did not buy Elegon because then I have no reason to ever go to that raid again.
Yeah,
Uh, I will not buy Invincible if they do a Wrath remix if I don't have it.
right.
Now,
Yeah.
Time Lost Proto Drake, fucking kill me.
Yeah.
But no, that's I've fought too fucking hard to take the easy way out for Invincible. Arthas is gonna pay what he owes,
Yeah.
like the Death Santa he is, dude. I've been on the naughty list for fucking years apparently. But the other thing about player housing that I really like the way that they incorporated, like to go with Nin's point of making things acquirable after a set amount of time, the rewards for people who've been there. I have been on record for saying I hate it whenever they take things that people have earned because they were there at a moment in time. Like this set is my proof that I was there. This Argent Dawn tabard shows that I survived. I was there during one of the Scourge invasions. This tabard of the Protector shows that I was there when the Dark Portal opened. That sort of stuff. I don't like them giving away that sort of shit, but I love it to see. I love to see it go in reverse, like with player housing. Famously, I bitch about it all the time. I have leveled tailoring through every single expansion, enchanting as well, and engineering and fishing. Those were the ones that I'm like, yes, I did it. I put the work in. I spent too much fucking money leveling engineering. What I found out was you go to every single trainer from every single expansion, and you can pick up at least 2 to 3 new things from your trainers. Like go to classic trainer. I went to the dude in Stormwind that taught me tailoring, and boom, we've got 3 new things that I can craft as a tailor for housing.
Yeah.
And in every expansion, there's a handful of things. Every crafting class can make stuff. Fucking, I think engineers can make a guillotine.
Yes, they can. I saw that. I seen that. I did see that. So there's a lot. So there's a lot. It sounds like that they're doing right, and I want to make sure and not because I literally wants to give them the jab, because I feel like Blizzard has gotten to a point, and maybe they're starting to come out of it, where it was really, 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 really easy to poke at Blizzard, be like, haha, stupid company, haha, breast milk, haha, and I feel like they've gotten past that part. It's it's very interesting to see. Like something I've heard, at least with player housing, and that I do want to get away from it, is, it's 10 years too late. It's paywalled right now. I do like the idea that once Midnight goes live, it is a base system in the game like pets. I really want to really get it to the root of, because at the end of the day, there's still 3 tiers coming out for Midnight. They're still locking player housing behind pre-purchasing. They give you all this digital stuff. It's only digital. It's not like they're selling us a hard copy, but that's part of it anyway. Something that I really want to get into now, because I'm watching a bunch of people play it, Ashes of Creation. Have you seen this? Do you know about this game? Ashes of Creation has been in alpha for years, this game. For those who know, this is one covered by a lot of the top streamers back in the day. Asmongold was pushing this game. He did interviews with the developers. And what it's come down to is this is a company that started with I'm trying to remember without looking at it. They started a GoFundMe. They raised $3 million to begin development. They have one particular dude who's their primary capital, who's given another $30 million. And this is a game that has had multiple tiers of alpha access in order to come in and play the game. Years this has been out now. Just recently, we had the game launch on Steam. This launch on Steam is their Alpha 2 for $50. If you paid for Alpha 1, if you got any of the additional expansions in the Alpha, which you paid for this game already, and you've paid for content for them to continue developing $3 million GoFundMe, $30 million investor. It's now on Steam. It's on sale because it's Christmas, but it is a base. it is a base Alpha 2, $50.
That is wild.
So it is
absolutely insane.
And I wish so. I really, really wish you and I talked about this game ahead of time, because
this is just real life goblins.
Yes. Correct.
Like, all right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna build like 3/4 of a game, right? And then we're gonna get these suckers in. We're gonna put. I don't care, Jimmy, get over here and draw some big titty elf lady to put on the cover. We're gonna lure them in with art and pretty vistas. Yeah, vistas. And then they'll come in. They'll buy into the alpha, right? Everybody will love it. It'll be fucking great. And then we're going to tell them, we got more content for your alpha, but you got to pony up again.
Yes.
These fucking nerds are going to do it.
You know, you're really not that far off from the history of this game. what blows my mind, as much as I want to hate the company, is they're still around because people are playing it. And the game isn't even good. It doesn't play well. There's still tons of bugs in it. And something insanely specific is that it's not a single player game. You can play it single player just like any game you can, but it encourages large group cooperation, like building a
Yeah.
castle, setting up your kilns, and setting up your farm. Like that takes multiple people because each job is very intricate. Like the game is detailed. The game wants to be detailed, and in theory, on paper, brilliant. Love that. Practical application for players is that if you don't join one of the 3 main clans on that server, you're not going to get any supplies. You're not going to be able to get any of the things you need to make the things, because it's like 400 wood to make an axe, something like that.
You actually you make a really good point. I was in my friend Kitsanth's stream last night. Big shout out to Kitsanth. And she was talking with somebody else about why PvP servers don't work in WoW, because you end up with this massive skew. Like 90% of the player base on this server is just fucking Horde. 90% of the player base on this server is just Alliance. And like the old Devil's Sword Mafia. Or to touch back on housing, guess what's relevant again in retail?
What?
Fucking Black Lotus.
Yeah, you mentioned this before. Tell me more specifically. I'm a little bit of an herbalist, but tell me more about the Black Lotus.
So, yeah, as an herbalist, you have shit you can build. Like, I literally have to go out and grind a bunch of Northrend herbs because I want a bunch of these big Ice Crown plague canisters. I got an idea for it. I really want to use them in my spooky lab, but that's neither here nor there. Classic, like vanilla era crafting or alchemy, you can make an alchemy table. You know what I'm talking about? Like the fucking wooden table with all the little doodads and the bloop, 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 and little squiggly bits. Yeah. The fire at the bottom. All of it. You can make all that. You can make one of them. Yeah. It costs ridiculous shit. Like, I think 4 Black Lotus. The thing costs 30 grand last time I looked to craft one table. Like, if you play retail, by the way, this is your wake up call. Go farm old materials. Go farm old materials. Like, you're gonna make so much fucking money.
And again, I like the callback. Like I try to get out, and they pull me back in. We're talking about WoW. I feel like the diamond in the rough of player housing is the fact that, hey, you should really go back to the 3rd expansion and go do this specific thing, A, for the flavor, but B, I'm going to give you a candlestick at the end of it. You should really go and finish off that achievement list, because if you do it, you're going to get a rug skin. And
that's the other thing. Guess what? Half of this old shit. Like, I logged in on the day the patch dropped, and I had 150 things unlocked. Why? Because a lot of them are tied to quests. You want this cool fucking night elf or this cool Suramar painting? You want that painting? You want it? Yeah. Go complete this quest line. It's literally a reward from that quest line. Go do it. Go. After you do it, you can buy it from this lady in Dalaran. But till then, go. And like Nin said, it's a beautiful thing to get people to do old content. I am so here for it.
Yep.
It's wonderful. And they did the right thing. Like that mount from Garrosh, or not that mount, that throne from Garrosh, the cool fountain from the one lady in Nighthold. It's a guaranteed drop.
That's huge.
But only one drops. So if you take your buddy with you, you're rolling on it.
Weird.
Blizzard is the monkey paw company. Every time they give you something good, they take something bad, or they add bad onto it.
Is that a djinn? Djinns do that too, right? Not like Robin Williams genies, like supernatural djinns. Yeah, okay.
Yes. We wished for player housing, and monkey's paw curled. The monkey's paw finger curled, and we got player housing with Blizzard predatory behavior infesting every level. It's bad when you hear the lore guy. I was sitting in on a Novel 87 stream. Shout out Novel 87. It's bad when you hear the lore guy over here going, I should not have to go travel all the way to Dire Mall's asshole to buy a torch because I forgot how many I needed and bought one too few.
Yep.
And then go all the way back to my house just to place it. There should be a dude on the island that keeps track of what you've unlocked, and you should be able to buy it from him. Like even the lore guy, the fucking basically the public facing role playing community is out here like, bitch, thank you for this great thing, but like, why? Why does it have to be in the most bass backwards way possible? Just I want Blizzard to hire somebody who's like in their 60s or in their 50s who knows about video games, who just has the ability to walk around the fucking studio and go, okay, so how does this work? So if they have to buy every individual link of the fence, okay, that's okay. And why do they get it? No Draken. Okay. So are there portals on the island to get to the various places where they would most commonly need to go? No. And there's a cooldown on the teleport back to your house. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! That's all we need. And sure, I'm maybe going a little too boomer with it. Replace the hand smacks with just a big fuck off Nerf gun, and you'll get the same thing.
So Zanza points out something that I was completely in agreement with you on all of that. And I said this before when we talked about Remix. Target audience, something that we need to consider. And this is me trying to humble us before we continue bitching. We are getting older, and we have brought our what our definition of target audience is kind of with us. So we think about, right, we've had a few episodes now, we've talked about things like this, where phone games are the most popular games, just no one talks about phone games in the same space as video games, but a phone game is a video game. We just made fun of Blizzard for it because why would you say something so dumb? I think it's important to remember that these companies are trying to, and I want to give them this grace because I love the phrase, don't attribute to malice what you can attribute to ignorance. I think that Blizzard, I feel like Blizzard, at least Blizzard, wants to deliver good. They just cannot get out of their own way. It's not like there isn't a forum that tells them exactly what they want, and with today's AI, they can do a poll and see what the actual majority is. It's this unwillingness, really. It's this unwillingness to with real intent interact with their player base. I feel like there's always this veil of the shareholders. There's this, we as the customer look at the company as a company. It's because they are, and we are expecting to see the picture of 13 developers in the beginning of Warcraft. Before WoW, there was just Warcraft, and it was whatever the number is. I made that number up because it's the 13th episode. Right. We are expecting that same level. We're expecting mom and pop shop behavior out of literal chains. And I want to take responsibility for that, but you have the voice of the customer screaming at you on every media in which you interact with. And I'm aiming this at Blizzard right now, but everyone we're going to talk about, this is the same thing. We still have others to talk about tonight. Just listen, just shut up and listen. That's all you have to do, is just shut up and listen. And maybe individuals in companies get that, but the shareholders, they don't get that. So maybe there's a turn, I don't know, but yeah.
At the end of the day, it comes down to the numbers next quarter have to be bigger than the numbers this quarter, no matter what. At any cost, it doesn't matter. And we've now eaten through all of the material costs, production costs, all of that shit. Now we're eating into the actual meat of the product itself. Eventually, we'll just be given bare bones shit. We'll see gaming go backwards, where we're playing what was the written the text based RPG Zork. wasn't it? Like on
Oh,
a computer.
I remember
Yeah, we'll
that.
go back to that. Yeah, we'll go back to that, and it'll be hailed as like a Kojima level absolute science or absolute cinema, absolute science. Honestly, to touch on a different game but a similar topic, I am the biggest Borderlands fan in the world. Realistically, all of my love for WoW style games, Borderlands, like any looter kind of game, goes all the way back to Diablo 1, all the way
Okay.
back to there because of unique items. There were unique swords, armor, rings, everything. There's only so many in the game. I wanted to collect them. It's the main reason I stuck with Fallout whenever I played Fallout. It's like, you mean to tell me there's a unique variant of every weapon? Let's go get it.
Let's go get it.
I don't care if I'm not using guns this time. It's going in a fucking box in my hotel room house. That's just it. My inner dragon is just like, we must hoard the pretty shiny.
That's right.
And every other game that I enjoy like that stems from that moment of the ka-chung on the ground whenever the item hits the ground and you get the, oh, that's unique. Borderlands 1 didn't really dig it. My roommate at the time was like, fucking play it with me, dude. I'm dying and I need help. I need another person to be alive when I die during a boss so it doesn't reset. And I'm like, all right, buddy, I got you. It's fine. I'll play the guy with the sniper rifle and the bird. And I fucking loved Mordecai. I went full bird tree. That bird Bloodwing did so much damage and shit. And then smash cut to Borderlands 2. By that point, I'm fully invested. I'm like, hey, this is a pretty good fucking series. I like this. And you got with it the gameplay, the masterful writing of Handsome Jack. Just his dialogue every time that dude speaks, it's fucking hilarious.
You love Handsome Jack.
He's a character that's so well written they couldn't let him go.
Yep.
He literally shows up. He dies in that game, and then you got the pre-sequel with him in it. You got the fucking ghost version of him in Tales from the Borderlands. You've got Timothy as a playable character in the pre-sequel. You've got the Borderlands 3 DLC with Timothy, who's basically just Handsome Jack, but not Handsome Jack. It's fucking wild. They couldn't let him go.
Yeah.
And that was great. I loved it. I literally spent so much time on the same maps, farming the same content just to get different shiny weapons. Borderlands 3, it came out. I didn't really like the twins as much as I just wanted more Jack, like more of another Jack style villain. I wanted that bombastic in your ear talking shit like, the moral of the story is you're a total bitch, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like that, like I wanted more of that. And the twins, they tried too hard, but in the end, I still like Borderlands 3. Borderlands 3 also added in one of those things that I love, but you don't really see in games anymore. A whole bunch of systems that don't really fucking matter, but you can engage with them if you want. Borderlands 3 gave us little dangly trinket things to hang off the side of your gun. They gave you like icons or things you could put up in your room on the ship to customize it. They gave us weapon skins. They gave us different vehicles, and enemies had unique vehicle parts. So you could jack an enemy's car, take it back to a vehicle station, and it would just open up that part for you for the rest of the game. None of this shit mattered, but you could engage with it if you wanted, and it was rewarding. Borderlands 4? Borderlands 4 feels like they want to make a Destiny style Borderlands and cut out
Here it comes.
all of the heart.
Yep, here it comes. I've been waiting for this part, by the way.
I invested so much time in Borderlands 4. I tried to like Borderlands 4. There's nothing. I mean, like the story is kind of bland. The villain doesn't strike me as ever actually wanting to accomplish anything. Like there's multiple points where he could just do what he wanted, and he just didn't.
Yeah.
But to avoid spoilers, like there's several moments where the dude just could have ended the game.
But then the game would be over. Then
don't write it that way. They made the world. They made these choices. But then, even then, they removed a lot of things. They gave us very good freedom of movement. I will say I really enjoy the movement in this game. The moment-to-moment shooting is fan-fucking-tastic. But like, yes, it feels like this is Borderlands 1.5. To me, like there's a lot of the quality of life things. Like there's no new game plus. Every Borderlands game has had a new game plus, and actually most Borderlands games have a new game plus. But that doesn't exist. If you make a new character, the best you can do is we can make a new character at level 30, and the main story campaign is already completed.
Yeah.
No, I want to play through the campaign again with all of my shit unlocked and actually be super powerful and maybe get higher level versions of something.
God of War
And they
did
pulled
that so good. God of War did that so good. Going back
right.
in God armor, shut up, dude. What a great
That's what I'm
mechanic.
talking about.
What a great
And like
mechanic.
in Borderlands 2 and 3, they gave you red text weapons. They'd be blue, blue quality, maybe purple quality, but they had like red text, like the legendaries do. So they did something unique like the legendaries do, but they're not
Hmm.
regular drop weapons. You have to do that quest to get them. People always got pissed about like the Pimpernel. You want a Pimpernel in Borderlands 2? You got to go do that quest. And if you didn't get the one you wanted, sucks to be you. Either reload your save if you have a save editor or do a whole new playthrough. They added what people would want. You can replay story missions and get the unique rewards again at whatever level you are. That's super cool, except when it isn't, because only certain missions can be replayed. But then now
Mm.
that sounds real cool. But here's the thing: there are no unique rewards anymore. Blue text or red text weapons gone. Why did you give us the ability to replay the things so we could get like to why did you remove the reason we would want to replay these things but still give us the ability to replay them?
Yeah. Is
There's
so
there's
really quick, why is it space? Is it like it's not I assume there is no advantage for the company to do it that way, right? Is it laziness?
that's exactly it. Like I'm going to spell out my issues with this game, and there's so many points where that question comes up. Like just why? Like okay, there's no end game really. They just dropped, and I will acknowledge the argument that's going on online that Borderlands as a whole is one of those game series where you wait until everything's out. If you're not like a
Mm.
diehard early adopter fan, you wait until all the DLC comes out. A year later, when you can buy the whole thing for $6 and a picture of you flipping Randy Pitchford off, that's really what you should do because then the bugs get ironed out. Like it's a whole different experience than that start. I will acknowledge that. However, I'm not a big fan of the at launch. There's no end game, so there's no new game plus. There's no invincible bosses. There's literally no arena. Like there's no arena area where they'll just send waves of dudes after you. They really just want you to go around and do world events like they're fucking patrol missions on Destiny.
Hmm.
Or no, not even patrol missions, public events in Destiny. Or once a week, they give you every week they change it. They put a machine that vendors the same legendary, like just different roles of it somewhere in the world. And once somebody finds it, it's there for everybody. And everyone's machine has a different legendary. I like that. It encourages you to jump into other people's worlds and check their machines. Cool. But they give you a mission, a story mission that you can't skip dialogue on, that you can't like advance quickly in any way. It's just doing the mission for the first time, basically. So if it's got a fucking cutscene where people are talking, you're sitting there twiddling your thumbs waiting for it to be done. It gives a guaranteed specific legendary drop and a boss that you can replay for Iridium that has a higher drop chance of legendary.
Is it our
That's
fault,
it.
dude? Is
That's it.
so yeah. Let me ask you this, and I want to take a minute here with the question. Is it our fault as players for accepting it? And what I mean by that is you brought up something that immediately made me think, cool, they released an unfinished game. That
Yes.
that
Ah!
yes. So there it is. So it's
We have all of this shit to give you, but we hacked it off to make you pay for it later.
and that's what I'm saying, dude, is are we not using the power of our money to like really tell these companies stop giving us under par things? Like it's even digital. Like you don't even have to put it on a CD and cut down the tree to make the cardboard to put it in the box to then pay and then to have a whole bunch of plastic made to have it shipped to every Best Buy and Target and Walmart that holds video games. Instead, they keep these prices and the quality has just gone down. Is it because they're not printing it on things and at any moment they turn a bug into a feature and a
Yes.
later DLC? Are we just not seeing it still? Because this isn't a new conversation.
No. I mean, and I'm not gonna lie, I am part of the problem. I know I'm part of the problem. I bought the fancy edition of Midnight. Why? Because I wanted the things,
You want the
and
things, yep.
B, I wanted to do housing. I
Yeah.
could have waited till Midnight came out, but I wanted it. I want to do it. I'm gonna get the expansion for Diablo 4 if Diablo 4 has improved in the way that I keep reading about. It's what I wanted in the first place, and I will pick up the expansion for Diablo 4. I will play Paladin early, and I will feel like every bit of the fucking consumerist scumbag that I am. I know my weaknesses. For every me, there's a person out there who's like, no, that offends me on a level that I will not stand for. And I have my moments like that. Like I'm fucking Fallout 76 day one player. I hit level 30, which was like 20 away from the cap in the beta. Like I
Yeah.
played Fallout 76. I launched a nuke on day 4. I was there, Gandalf, 3,000 years ago when the strength of men failed. And I will tell you that I really, really enjoy that game. And I will go back to it. Why? Because it's fun. Because it rewards the players who have been there, who like I bought they gave us extra atoms like the first week. I bought a fucking pink sun hat because I thought it looked hilarious and I was gonna run around and just rob people wearing this pink sun hat, and I did. I made a lot of caps. I don't want to talk about my bandit arc. It was pretty fun. That, as far as I know, that hat never came back. I've never seen it again. And just to be
Yeah.
able to go, I have this thing, check it out. Or I built this thing in a way, I built this thing in my house in a way that is illegal now. Like you cannot make these pieces fit together like this anymore. But because it's
Yeah.
still there, it's still there. Like, can you do that? No. When were you able to do that? Oh, you could do that for the first like 3 months. It's no different than when we were doing just stuff for just pixels. And I'm like, hey guys, you ever been in fucking Caverns of Time? Come here, I'll show you how to get in there. And fucking blink into Caverns of Time. And I am the target audience. I know, and I am part of the problem. But I know that there are people like, okay, so yeah, sorry to get back on track. Fallout 76, I was the guy. I paid for the stuff. I literally took some of my own fucking Christmas bonus and threw it at Fallout 76 just to get the Santa Claus beard. I got the whole outfit, didn't care about it, never use it, but the beard, fucking beard.
Yeah.
I could wear goggles. I could wear a hat. I wear goggles and a hat and the beard, and it counts as a fucking gas mask. Gimme, yes,
Mm.
Bethesda, take my fucking money, and I was with it. And then about 6 months later, they dropped something I had been really wanting: clean picket fences. And I was the guy that's like, this game's fucking cool. I'm out here white knighting for people during like Bethesda's worst fucking hour. It's terrible.
Yeah.
And they dropped clean picket fences, pure white, no bustomacated holes in them or anything. Just delicious. Yes. My lovely palatial estate upon the White Springs golf course will do nicely. Yes, it will look gorgeous. And I went to go put out my picket fences, and they didn't snap to each other. Ah! Who made this? Who approved it? I want addresses. I just want to talk. I just want to
talk to him.
I put the game down. I put the game down for fucking for months. I have friends jumping into my PlayStation buddies like, "You play? You gonna come back to do 76? Fuck 76. Did the fences snap or did the picket fences snap to each other yet? No. I keep checking. Yeah, fuck them. Tell me when they do.
Imagine checking.
I was so mad.
Chat. Imagine you have a buddy and you like this buddy. He has a long beard. He wears funny hats, and he's an absolute joy to have play video games with. And you go out of your way at your pace of playing this video game that you want him to play, and he's not joining you because the fence won't snap together in build it mode.
I paid real money for him.
You did. So that frustration, I want to, as your psychologist, I want to dig into that little bit of frustration that you have there.
If you ask me if I paid more money for more Bethesda products after that, I will fucking mail you a punch.
No, don't do that. Don't.
Because the answer is yes.
So one of the things that I had open, and I'm finally going to share a screen. The first freaking time tonight, I'm actually going to go to share a screen a little bit. Is now, granted, we are in winter time, so there is a bunch of freaking sales on. But what I have open is the Steam page for Fallout. Speaking of Bethesda and getting punched in the face, They
Oh fuck
just
Bethesda.
came out with a new product. Now, that product is not Skyrim 6.
Yeah, no, Skyrim 6 is a myth. Quit asking, nerds.
It's not that. It's not Fallout 5. It's
No,
Fallout
no.
4 Anniversary Edition.
Woo!
Super cool. They've done this with Skyrim. There's all kind. Yeah, sure, fine. 60 doll hairs. Like it's a game you've never played before. Like you don't already have the assets for. But at full retail value, you can get yourself Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition. What are
Yeah, it's
we
the anniversary
doing?
of Todd wanting more money.
So, love that that's what you said, because all we talk about in this house is that it's a literal cash grab for insert which project you think is going to be next here. Is it going to be Elder Scrolls 6? Is it going to be Fallout 5? What are they doing that all they did was polish, not even a turd. Fallout 4 was great. It was awesome. Loved it.
I love
But they
Fallout 4, I'm not gonna lie.
but they polished an original project and said, here, full retail price. It, like Skyrim, even Skyrim did. Like, really thinking back to it, how many versions of Skyrim did you buy at full value?
I actually have a list of games that I'm not allowed to purchase anymore. Because I've bought them too many times, and Skyrim is on there.
Of course, Skyrim's on there. How many times have they sold you Skyrim? I'm going to look that up. Go ahead, tell me things.
Let's see. I owned it on the Xbox 360. I owned it on the PS4. I bought it for VR on the PS4. I bought it on PC back during the PS3 days. I bought it on PC again, as you know, for this account, or short gifted it to me. I bought Skyrim VR for PC as well, so that's six off the top of my head.
It originally came out in 2011 for the PC,
Shut your mouth.
PS3, and Xbox 360. Do you remember where you were in 2011? I do.
I do. I lived 2 blocks that way.
2 years later, the Legendary Edition came out, and it included all the DLCs. It was soon delisted right after. Another 3 years after that, the Special Edition came out, remastered for the PS4, the Xbox One. Don't worry, you can still play it on the PC. Switch got a version in 2017, as did the VR version got one in 2017. Amazon Alexa got a very own special edition a year after that. And even recently, by all accounts, 4 years ago, the Anniversary Edition came out for PS4 and PS5, Xbox One and the Series XS, Switch, PC with Creation Club content. I love that that's there in parentheses, because we're going to talk about the Creation Club too here. For all of us modders out there, I say us like I'm part of them. For all of those who are married to modders, you could have done it for free. You could have done it for free forever and ever. You could still do it for free right meow. But then there's the Creation Club, and we're talking about what's his face doing cash grabs. These are those things. I feel like that if we take a step back and we look at history, we can see these things coming. And I want to revert back to my original phrasing of, is this our fault?
I think so. I think so in a degree of they don't just drop new changes on us. Like it's not like, oh yeah, by the way, games are going to be $90 tomorrow. It's more of they boil the frog. I mean, everybody always makes the same joke about the horse armor in Oblivion. Like that's where it started. But like realistically, it was map packs. Before Oblivion, it was Halo. There were Halo map packs. DLC is where it started in general.
Yeah.
I think the horse armor got the ridicule that it deserved, because it was like, how much for fucking horse armor? No, that should be like a pre-order bonus, if anything. Anything cosmetic should be a pre-order bonus. Or it should be an unlockable. Because again, I was talking, it's all about how games themselves started to become structured. Because once we started getting actual DLC and they realized that they could sell DLC for big prices, because all it was just breaking off the PC gaming world because expansions had existed for how long? I mean, fuck it, we all had Brood War, we all had Hellfire.
Yep.
So once they realized that, oh, expansions or DLC can be sold for a decent amount of money, it became, all right, that's really cool. Break it off. Like, don't this extra. What would have been post game side content? What would have been the the super bosses in fucking Final Fantasy? The big monsters that are hidden off in the world that require like an insane amount of effort to kill. There's one or two in every single game. Um, I think. Uh, that instead is a DLC. That is, you pay money for that.
Yeah.
The biggest, the most egregious example and the clearest example to point to is fighting games. You want the boss of the game as a playable character, beat the game with blah blah blah, or
Yep.
beat the game with every character.
Yep.
Oh yeah, the first time you beat the game, congratulations, you've unlocked blah blah blah. There's like 4 or 5 hidden characters. Good luck getting them. Skins are unlocked by beat the game with a character. You get an alternate skin, yada yada
Yeah.
yada. That's all like give me fucking money. Like to the point that one of the greatest unlock systems in any fighting game I've ever seen, the Crypt in Mortal Kombat, has been phased out because
Yeah.
it serves no purpose. I mean, fuck. Halo Infinite, whenever it came out, we've gone so far. It started with horse armor, and in my opinion, the peak of hyper greed monetization is Halo Infinite wanting you to pay, I think it was like $5 or something, for the color red for your Spartan.
Like, oh my god, man. It's the shame is gone, the integrity
Yes.
is gone, and
Yes.
and it's things like that and it's not these particular things, it's what these things represent that radicalizes people to be like, our country has lost its soul, we've lost our way, and all this stuff. Is that there are these like overt predatory behaviors, but because we can't help ourselves, we're gonna the bait works for a reason. They do it for a reason,
and that's it. Let's be honest. If because I will deal with a certain amount of predatory behavior because company's going to company, capitalism's going to capitalism, and
Yeah.
I don't believe capitalism is the problem. I think it's corporatism. That's a whole other argument. I need like at least 3 beers and 2 drinks before I get into all that. I will say though that I will put up with a certain amount of like bullshit as long as we're getting passion projects.
Yes.
As long as we're getting like something good. Like I will deal with all the bugs in the world out of Dark Souls 3. Why? Because that game is absolute perfection in my mind. Yeah, and I'm exaggerating. I'm being hyperbolic. Literally any spear attack sucks dick. But I'm here to say that I will put up with having to jump through hoops. I'll put up with you going, no, we want a little bit more money for something that cool. You know, fine. I'll shell out the extra couple bucks so that way I can go fucking fight Frida. And I won't argue about the fact that I can speed run that entire DLC in about 20 fucking minutes. And you want me to pay $30 in the year of our Lord 2025? Get the fuck out of here, FromSoft. I'll put up with that dumb shit. Because it's a passion project. But I don't want something that feels like Borderlands 4 feels like we have Borderlands at home. And you got it's not, it feels like they got someone else. They were like, here's a book on what makes Borderlands, make a game. We'll touch back with you later. And they're like, good enough. It feels like great value Borderlands. All the stuff that makes it what it is there, but none of the stuff that makes it great is there. None of the heart, none of the like. There were moments, don't get it twisted. There were definite moments where I was like invested. I'm like, okay, but it was really just don't you dare kill this character for cheap shock value. But I don't see a lot of that in gaming. I mean, that's why we put up with the horse armor, because Oblivion was fucking fantastic for its time.
Yeah.
Oblivion, like there are people who today will tell you Oblivion's the best game.
You just gave me a thought. We put up with it when the game was good. Once again, invoking Baldy McBalderton. We as players will do anything if the game is good. So I'm going to invoke a couple things from chat real quick. The first one being, and I call this the Haagen-Dazs effect with my wife. is, let's take Black Ops 7. Black Ops 7 just came out. And it's doing poorly. Didn't know that till I researched for this podcast episode, but doing poorly. And in hearing what's going on, in one of those, they release an unfinished game deals, they are relying on their legacy to get them the sales.
You ever seen the Simpsons movie?
Yes.
Whenever they make that commercial to explain the dumb, hi, I'm Tom Hanks. The government has run out of credibility, so they wanted to borrow some of mine. It's the same thing.
Yes.
It's the same thing. Hi, I'm insert company here. We can't make an actual product to get you invested, so we're banking on your nostalgia. Hi, I'm a show called Velma. I can't write a show based around the original characters I want to portray. So instead, I'm gonna clothe them in the skin of characters you love, so you will actually watch it.
Yep.
I mean, it's creatively bankrupt bullshit. And don't get it twisted. I can be creatively bankrupt now and again. I can definitely look at something and be like, "Ooh, I want to shamelessly rip off that idea." I literally have a redeem in my chat right now that I stole from Purge Mist. Big shout out to Purge Mist, because I thought it was hilarious. But I told him I was doing it. Like, I have no problem with Blizzard going with WoW and going, "Oh yeah, we're going to take the Heart Quest system from Guild Wars 2 and we're going to call them World Quests. We're going to take the flight system from I think it's Final Fantasy and Guild Wars, and we're gonna call it Dynamic Flight." I have no problem with that. Corporations bite off of one another all the time. The only time you don't see it is whenever a corporation is just like hyper greedy about it, with such as Warner Brothers with the Nemesis system from the Mordor games.
Yeah. Yep.
They patented that shit. You'll never see it in anything else unless Netflix, since they bought them, is all like, "Well, we were idiots. You can use this system. Just pay us lots of money so we can cancel good shows in their second season." Yes. What's that? You want 7 more seasons of Big Mouth? Here you go.
While it is our fault as consumers, I don't want the blame to stay there, because it doesn't belong there. When you're in a position that you've made it through all of the regulatory hoops to be able to sell me a product, I go into that transaction with a default amount of faith in you, because you are legally selling me something. And over time, the faith has waned, but the practices, I think, have always been there. Going back to, if your game is good, I don't give a shit what you do. I want to play your game. And that's where, at least me as a WoW player, like, I had Classic, I had Hardcore. Like, you had something I still wanted, I'm going to interact with your game. I'm not interacting with retail, but I'm interacting with your game. You have held me. But that, I think, especially for the giant companies, they go into the space all with that same level of, "You've seen me here before, just take me at my word, this is a good product, go ahead and buy it." And that just cannot fly. The other callback I wanted to make to chat was Expedition 33. We want to talk about a tiny little studio that blew everyone out of the water, and everyone's complaining about 11 awards and blah, blah, blah. Like, why on earth would you want to take food away from someone when there's a big pile of it there and they don't know how to get to it? Let's hold the AAA companies accountable for their $60, $70 price tags on games that they don't want to finish, give you DLC for it later, and outright ignore their community when they're like, "If you just did this, you're going to get tens of thousands of people." WoW is going to be right in allowing the player housing system to be a base system like pets and mounts and toys. That is how you get people to come back. You tell me I don't have to buy the game, I just have to renew my sub and I can go and play with this thing. I can spend $15 for the month and interact with this system for a month. I've been watching all these videos and all these streamers. That's $15. Not $50 base with my $15 on top, so $65 I would have to pay in order to interact with that system. So that, again, I do want to give that W, but that's rare right now. That's insanely rare right now. Expedition 33 has already what was it, when they accepted, I think, their final award for the night, they were like, "Yeah, by the way, we just released a DLC It's free. By the time you all get home, you can download it and play it. Dude. Like, and that wasn't even hard. That wasn't hard at all. I've been playing Valheim for the past few weeks. I've been finally getting video content for it on my YouTube, and I watched this guy. He covered the all of the updates that Valheim did in 25. And he's like, and he even went into the history when the game came out, what they did the first year, second year, where we are now, and it's all free. It's a beta game. It's like $30 or something. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like a $30 game, and it's had tons of updates, not only for bug fixes, but they've added new biomes, they've added new gear, they've added new animals, they've added all these things to it. And now I haven't paid. There's no microtransactions. The only store I know about is a merch store where you can go get like a Valheim T-shirt. You know, like that's literally for the developers. That's not getting you anything in the game. I say all this to bring it around to I kind of almost want to. We're at a time, and I'm having fun. But I want to ask this question: what on earth are the little guys doing so right that the big companies are just like, I just can't do that?
There's fucking heart. There's somebody at some point cares about the product itself, cares about what they're making, and they are allowed and or encouraged to care. That's what it is. That's 100% what it is. I think the word integrity was thrown around in chat, and I 100% that. Like, if Blizzard had any fucking integrity, there'd be no Red Draenei. There'd be no fucking Night Elf Warlocks. There'd be no Draenei Warlocks. But they have no integrity.
Oh.
Yeah, I will forever be a boomer about this shit.
Yeah.
Fuck that. No Night Elf Warlock would be allowed to exist. They'd kill him.
Do you think they can't get out of their own way? One of the arguments, one of my earliest horrible videos I have floating out there somewhere is I rip into this particular streamer slash Race to World First guild member who at the time was outright saying how much he had the ear of Blizzard. Like a lot of those streamers, they and Race to World First players, they have the ear of Blizzard, and they're giving the 0.01% hot take on what they should be doing with the game. And like to make it more Race to World First friendly. And even that's the shareholder. They just will freaking not listen to your average dude. Do you remember when they put out that survey, the WoW survey, and some of the streamers leaked the survey about Classic Plus and asking, would you rather pay for this or not pay for that? And it was a lot of hypotheticals, and I know exactly where it came from. It came from the McKinsey Group. I see you, the McKinsey Group. I can see you, man. It's a third-party consultant that comes and does crazy things for big, giant entities, including governments. And they put out this survey, and they asked these players, high-end, gladiator, world-first players, what should we do with the game? And it's such a blatantly obvious skew. But those are the people that make them their money. Their secondary money, outside of their product money. Magic has this exact same problem, where they cannot interact with their secondary market in any legal way. So they have to do all of this tertiary things in order to make a secondary income off of just their sealed product. All of these digital companies are doing the exact same thing, is they cannot meaningfully interact with a secondary market created by the players, so they have to find their own way in, and their own way in is just selling you more shit.
100%. Like, is there a secondary market and we're not supposed to acknowledge it, and we actually don't want it to exist? Well, then easy. We print more of this thing.
Yep.
They control the scarcity. I spend far too much time just lurking on Reddit. Am I at work and have nothing better to do? Doom scroll, make brain feel good. So like, Yes, I am the guy over here peeking in through the fucking blinds on communities and watching them like, there's like a war between two Magic the Gathering subreddits. There's the Magic the Gathering subreddit and then Free MTG, which, oh my gosh, both of these groups are fucking insane.
They're
I'm not going to go
insane.
into it here,
They're
but go do your own
insane.
research. It's crazy.
Whew.
Because at one point, one side may seem reasonable, but then you'll see shit that gets posted and they cheer for, it, and it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But
Mhm.
but anyway, I've been watching people get so upset about things, and like it's wild the scarcity of the secret layers and the stuff that like really should be like, hey, this is for you guys. You guys keep buying our shit. We made something fancy and special. Like, am I a fan of SpongeBob being able to fucking go, I'm gonna pay 3 mana and equip my Sword of Light and Shadow to SpongeBob, and then I'm gonna swing at you with SpongeBob, Toph Bay Fong, and a Furby. And those are all real cards, motherfuckers.
Oh, you're making me
and, like,
mad, dude. You're making me
see?
so mad right now.
Right there, baby. Or should I get mad about the fact that Spider-Man got power crept in his own fucking set? Like, it's wild. It's wild. But I also am the dumbass that would be like, what? You guys took the sarcastic SpongeBob meme and like made it into a counter spell, and the words like are all in the capital, lowercase, the sarcastic font. Yes, take my money. Give me the sarcastic counter spell. Like,
Dude,
I want to be able to go like, oh, are you really? You know,
I forgot.
I fireball for 3 million. Oh, I fireball for 3 million.
Oh,
you know, like, yes.
Dude, I can't. I forgot this thing even existed.
I'm here for it.
Oh,
I mean,
fuck.
like the fact that there's a YouTuber that I fucking love. His name is Maldhound. If you watch my shit, Maldhound, I love you. His content is hilarious because this dude goes on the most. I wish I was knowledgeable enough about Magic to go off on these kinds of rants. It's so funny. Where he'll just take a card and just be like, this guy as a commander, if you see someone playing this commander, they are, and he'll just go off on this whole thing. Some of the cards that he points out, I'm like, no way, that's a fucking thing. Like, you know who held Magic the Gathering hostage for the last several fucking months? Vivi from Final Fantasy. Like,
yeah.
This is my trust fund baby that I will load with all the C4 in the universe, and I swear to God, if you even look at him, I will detonate him.
Oh, dog.
And that's almost quoting Maldhound, but yes. Oh my gosh, and Vivi, and I literally saw somebody say on one of these subreddits, "Oh, that card's not bad. It's not as broken. It's broken, sure, but it's not as broken as Vivi." And somebody else was like, "If Vivi is the bar for shenanigans, then we need to reevaluate this game."
Dog.
Okay.
People were going nuts with the people in standard weren't going nuts for a card like this since Ragavan. The Ragavan, and it's always a tiny little thing, right? Like, it's not a big Eldrazi, it's not an angel or one of the demons that bound Liliana. It's a fucking mage from FF9, or it's a pirate themed shoulder monkey that's like a $95 fucking card, and you must run 4 of them. Vivi, you better run 4 of Vivi.
He makes shit cheaper.
So for 0 mana, don't even have to tap them. Add X mana in any combination of blue or red, where X is his power. Activate only during your turn and only once each turn. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a counter on them and do a damage. So you dump your hand out, and then you activate Vivi for free, and then you dump the rest of your hand out with all the draw spells. It's a storm, like you put him in Storm, and you just get out of here, man. Dude.
And I remember thinking the height of like, why would you print this stupidity was Last Word, a counterspell that can't be countered.
Yes.
Like, I remember the invasion block whenever it was like the big combo was you played Urza's Wind. Was it Urza's Wind? Urza's Wind. You kicked that bitch so it dealt 20 damage, and then you paid 3 into your Mirari to double it. Like, there you go.
Yep.
Oh, man.
So for all of those in chat that are watching us just like lose our minds as nerds right now, what I want to tie this back to is I don't think their research and development people are like awake. I don't. The last time I knew someone good went there, and her name escapes me, but I remember like kind of what she is. She was the first girl to go to top 8 at a pro tour. And she really good at the fucking game, and she had the dead stare poker face. She just she could be at 1 health. She could have every permanent in her deck out. She's looking at you just deadpan. And not long after, she was a big deal. They, poster child now for females in Magic. Magic went dope. We're gonna pluck you. We're gonna hire you. We're gonna move you out to the West Coast, and you're gonna go into R&D. That's on a Netflix special. If you guys want to watch something dope, it's really cool. It's old as dirt. Siege Rhino was in standard at the time. But like that was the last time I can think of where Magic was like actively looking at its player base and poaching talent. Like that's how I would want my research and development team to be built, is who made the latest top 8. Like they just got done grinding a month in a hotel with their friends, getting ready for this tournament. They don't do nothing else but get ready for this tournament. While they're fresh-brained, get them in here and have them do some R&D. Couldn't even tell you how they do it now, because cards like this come out. Any normal AI can do that now. AI find me every broken combo in this game, and it'll go, if you thought Channel Fireball was bad, wait till I tell you about this.
Dude,
And yeah. Remember when that was a problem?
I was watching a Malldown video the other day, and I let it roll through, and it just YouTube auto played somebody I don't know. I didn't really care. And dude was like, "I've got some ideas for these decks," and like he went into three different decks that he brought up. He's like, "I'm gonna start this by assuming that you have reached infinite mana capabilities," and I'm like, "If we're assuming infinite mana out the gate, well, yeah, you could do anything. I'm gonna fucking mind slavery you 17 turns in a row. I'm gonna hard cast." I'm gonna hard cast a fucking door to nothingness and then twiddle that bitch and then pay for it and sack it the turn it comes into play. Fuck, man. If my grandma had wheels, she'd be a fucking bike. I'm just like, why are we assuming what happened? Like, why are we assuming that you have infinite power? Like, yes, if I was an all-powerful wizard, I'd be a god too. What happened to the days when you looked at a planeswalker, saw its stupid ass end ability, and was like, well, if I'm pulling that off, I've pretty much already won.
Yep.
Because they're going to kill the planeswalker as quickly as possible.
Yep.
Like, Vraska giving you fucking 3/1/1s that say if they deal damage to an opponent, they lose the game.
Makes baby phages. I love Vraska, dude. She poops baby phages.
And it's fun. It is fun. The idea of getting those out is fun. But like to be honest, Vraska's real power is her -3. You play her, you -3 burn a permanent. Fuck your planeswalker. Fuck that land.
Yes.
Fuck, that enchantment that I didn't pack anything for. She's realistically a planeswalker burn that you can recharge if you get good enough to keep her alive. That's what I'm talking about. Now, everyone kind of like even in Hearthstone, you see it where decks are built around the concept of like that big, like what used to be like, and if I manage to fucking crit and everything works properly, here's this big crazy thing I can do. Like I had a deck that allowed me to potentially get infinite turns. I either got infinite turns or you killed yourself by having your life. Temporal extortion. I would cast it infinitely, and that was like one win condition. That didn't automatically mean it was the way my deck won. But that's how people are looking at these card games. It's to tie it to a different game. The Outer Worlds 2. I was so hyped for the Outer Worlds 2. Loved the idea for it. The first one was fucking great, but it felt less like it feels less like a role-playing game and more like a min-max experience because there are no respecs. Your points where you put them matter. You get 2 fucking points per level with a level cap of I think 20 or something like that. Like every point matters. If you misplace a point, go back and fucking restart the game, buddy. And at that point, like that's not a role-playing game. That's congratulations. You found a way to add anxiety to a fucking what should be a fun experience.
It's like a forced speed run.
Yeah. Like why
follow this path or else?
Yeah, why is there a meta for this role-playing game?
Yeah, oh, you said a magic word. Really quick, speaking of magic and words, I pulled up a chart just to kind of, I want to put Wizards of the Coast to bed because there's one insanely on point thing with them. I don't know if you have me up or not, but I have a chart of the history of sets coming out each year. And I tell you what, you can see. It was in 05 and 06 that was only 4 sets came out in each of those years. One a quarter. Yeah, just one a quarter. And then going into 07, they wanted to go up to 6. They did 6 before, that's fine. After that, they went up to 7. No, 7's not that bad. After that, they went up to 10. The 10, and then they did 10 again, and then they did 11. They went, all right, we'll cut it back to 9. We'll do 9, then 10, then 9, then 9, then 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then 16, and then 12, and then off the chart. What are we doing? All I hear, I have not interacted with the game of Magic in any official capacity in years. I say this with a grain of salt. Tomorrow, awful shameless plug here. Tomorrow, I'm going to be streaming very, very little, but a guy's coming over with a revised pack. He won it in a $100 raffle, and for those who don't know, it is a $300 pack of Magic the Gathering. Inside of that pack can be something upwards of 900 and change for one card. Underground Sea, for those who don't know. But in any case,
congratulations.
I know. It's not even mine. All I'm going to do is have him on my stream. I literally invited this kid over for content.
He said, hey kid, you wanna open up that pack of yours on my stream?
That's exactly what happened.
He said, come on, it's free money.
I don't know why I turned you into Watto at the end there.
Is it
no mind tricks, only money?
Is it because of where I'm from? Is it because of my nationality? No. Why would you do that to me, Pirate?
Dude, I was talking about this the other, maybe it was last night. When people are in my chat, I like to make up like little mental images of them. Like, for instance, Nin here is my local elf supremacist. So I literally picture some like tall night elf druid chilling in a treehouse typing on like a wooden computer that's run by magic. Whereas Amphos is like a space marine hunched over this normal size computer, just delicately one finger typing on a normal size keyboard. You know, fucking Short is literally a raccoon hopping up onto the fucking thing. Like, these are how I internalize it. Don't judge me, or do. I don't fucking care.
Oh, that's good. That's fine.
So you're literally like a goblin. You're definitely my WoW goblin.
Am I? I love that.
Sometimes you're dressed up in a Viking outfit. Like, hey, we're here to pillage and plunder. I don't know what you're doing. You could do me a favor and just pile up all your gold and your women outside your door. And whenever I pass by, I like the thing on fire. You've already done 2/3 of the job for me. I mean, you want to carry him back to the ship for me? That'd be great. I'd really be appreciative. But I feel like I'm putting you out at that point.
So I'm considerate, is what you're telling me. Is that I'm also considerate.
Viking's a job, not like, a personality.
That's right. That is unironically correct.
On a side tangent, I've been having fun pronouncing elf words from WoW with the goblin accent, like Baladash Shalinor. Bale Ray.
Why? Did you do it once and you went, wait a minute, I'm onto something?
Yes, 100%. I was like, what kind of Dorai are you? You a Sin Dorai, a Ren Dorai, a Cal Dorai, a Shal Dorai? Everybody's a Dorai. Look, that's a dwarf. That's a dwarf Dorai. I'm a Gob Dorai. Yeah. I'm a pointy ears. You think I'm not one of you? We got the Troll Dorai. We don't talk about them. It's too fun. I think, and then that led to, like, I was talking to a friend on the phone, and that led to, like, oh, dude, just go through and do, like, I was there, Gandalf. I was there 3,000 years ago when the strength of men failed. I looked at that Isildur motherfucker, and I was like, hey, do it. Cast it into the fire. And this asshole, he looks back at me, and he goes, no.
looks back at me and goes, no.
It's fucking no. He keeps it like a dickhead. Now you gotta walk the Mordor. Don't you start with me, Boromir. I know one does not walk in the Mordor, all right? And then that led to the Independence Day. We will not go quietly into the night.
Stop it, dude. I can't. I fucking can't. What
shit.
were we doing here? Oh, I have one. I have one last thing that I pulled up ahead of time. What are we charging to make a video game these days? And I've heard plenty of numbers, especially the big AAA numbers. And one of those big dumb crazy AAA numbers is $200 million. They get That's to above that, yeah, like weird, like what they're expecting GTA 6 to be like what $500 million or some dumb shit like that. But
that's not fair though. You can't compare GTA 6 to anything. In the
so
same way
that's
that they don't want us
correct.
to compare fucking Baldur's Gate 3 to anything.
Absolutely correct.
And just like in the indie environment, you can't compare Silksong to anything. It's
yes.
When you have that much hype around a game, it's like comparing anything to fucking Skyrim 6 when it finally drops. It's going to blow everything out of the water, and the only way for them to do it and remain competitive is to literally shadow drop it.
Yeah.
Or tell the entire industry, hey, Skyrim 6 is coming out, blah 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 blah. Plan your shit accordingly.
Yeah. So I did the math. Really fair. That in itself is fair. So, but I did the math. I said if my video game costs me $200 million to make, I'm like a mid-level AAA studio. $200 million I just spent to make my dope video game. If I charged $50 for it, how many copies would I have to sell to just break even, purely break even? 4 million. I was like, okay, that sounds.
GTA 6 will sell 4 million easy.
So love that you're asked that you said that. Is I then asked the question, what does good look like in that specific metric? How many copies sold is a good thing?
Well, they don't want to break even. Ideally, they're going to want to sell twice as many just as a baseline. So
exactly. So
8 million.
So 8 million, right? So if I scroll all the way down my list of top 50 games of copies sold, GTA 4 is at the bottom with 25 million sales.
Yeah, printing money.
So printing money. So there's Pokemon in here, Gary's Mod, a bunch of COD, more Pokemon, Black Myth Wukong is in here, Duck Hunt is in here, Monster Hunter World is in here, Skyrim 5 is in here, LOL, San Andreas is in here, Black Ops Cold War, Borderlands 2, and Elden Ring, both sold 30 million copies each. A bunch of Mario, Wii Sports Resort. These are all in like the double digits, 20s, 30. We're getting up to Hogwarts Legacy, 40 million copies sold. We go all the way up to the number one thing sold. I see you giggling. Tell me things. What are we giggling at?
You. What's Luigi's brother's name?
Mario.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
The fuck did I say?
You said it. It's Mario. I don't really hear that often.
Oh, Mario? What, instead of Mario? Get the fuck out of here.
Every now and again, it catches me and makes me giggle. You're good. Go ahead.
The top sold game, Minecraft, 350 million. If they sold that game for $1, they would still make, a 75% profit after making their money back. So, how on earth are these Concord, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Black Ops, Firebreak, Mind's Eye, how are these large games not even coming close? 4 million copies sold. Like,
some of those are controversy.
Sure, but like, what on earth? Like, 4 million sounded like a lot until I saw that it wasn't. Like, what are we doing?
Well, let's look at it this way. Like, not all games are marketed equally. Not all games are like given the proper time. Some games have fantastic ingredients. Like they went and got the freshest ingredients. You got the good bread from like Tuscany. You got the good wine from over here. You got the good cheese from over here. But they the person that mixes it together is just like fucking throw it in a bowl and you chuck it in the fucking oven. Or maybe it doesn't get enough time in the oven that it deserves.
Yeah.
And it's very rarely do we get the perfect blend of good ingredients, good preparation, good cook time, and then good plating. I mean, we've had great ideas ruined by marketing. I honestly feel like some of those are mired by fucking controversy, like your Assassin's Creed Shadows and etc.
Yeah.
You can't really read into that without hearing words like woke and DEI and bullshit thrown around. I don't care for all that. I try to step away from it.
Same. Yeah.
Because it's division tactics. But
How they get you.
here we are looking at games like Black Ops 7. I knew Black Ops 7 was gonna suck because I played Black Ops 6 and it sucked. Like, let's be fucking honest here. The moment they took out point guns from zombies, you get points on kill now instead of points on shot. That means all SMGs are useless.
Yeah,
Oh,
what the?
oh.
Whoa.
See?
Dude, you MP5 the zombies for 4 shots, and on the 5th shot, you go, and instead of shooting them, you hit them with the knife. You get all your points that way.
Yes, round 1 is fucking 4 shots into the zombie, knife. Every zombie. Round 2, knives only. Round 3, you pick up a gun and it's usually 1 trigger pull because you get that RK5, that little, little 3 round. It's good stuff. There was a way to go about it. There was a way to do this shit, and they threw it all in their head for the sake of like, oh, we'll just make something new. We'll do something new. And then like I didn't like it, so I didn't play it. And I also, to go back to what we were talking about with fighting games, what do you remember about Black Ops, or not Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 2, even Black Ops 3? You unlocked your skins for your weapons by doing challenges. Yes. You unlocked new weapons as you leveled up. Even Black Ops 3 was the one where I think they really brought in the fucking loot box thing. So before that, you had games where you progressed your time. You saw a motherfucker that was Prestige 5. You were like, that guy has no life.
Yeah.
He hasn't seen the sun in 6 months. His wife divorced him. He shits into 3 buckets.
That's right.
Like that guy is welded to a chair. Oh my gosh. He's got controllers for hands. That's John Black Ops himself. Like duty is his call. Oh my gosh. I like to think he shits in 3 buckets. It's just 3 shit buckets stacked on top of one another. The first 2 don't have a bottom, so he's just on like some kind of towering shit throne. That's how I imagined it, since we're like actually talking about how it looks. That's where we're at. Like, you don't have unlocks. There's no, like, all of your sense of enjoyment from the game comes at the cost of someone else. Yeah. You have to be better than someone else. There's always that drive of competitive. And don't get me twisted. Fucking competitive games can be fun. I enjoyed being a terrible hunter in Warsong Gulch back in the day. It's so fun. Yeah, Leaning Tower of shits. But there's a time and a place. I also enjoyed being able to be like, all right, this thing's an elite. He's like 2 levels higher than me, but I am a beast mastery hunter. All right, let's feed the pet. Let's lay the trap. Let's send the pet out. We're going to let the pet get off 2 growls before I start attacking him. Yeah. We could do this. That sort of thing. But Call of Duty, I knew it was going to be shit because the 6th one was shit. And they're at that point where it's like you were talking about with magic sets. Let's crank these motherfuckers out once a year. Gotta have a new COD. The old one ain't dead yet.
No.
Like, it ain't even like, then they quit. It's like they're just like, oh yes, but now we have Warzone.
Yup.
I don't give a fuck about your Warzone. I don't give a fuck about any of that. I want to jump into Nuketown, shoot a bunch of nerds, throw a grenade in the first 3 seconds of the map, and listen to people cry as it kills them all. I want to be chucking my controller across the room by the 4th game because that's about as much Call of Duty as anybody should play in one fucking sitting.
Big true. That's so true. That's so true. I think these companies, to kind of rally behind us as the consumers, I kind of gave us a bit of a hard time tonight with, are we accepting the polished turds and the pigs with lipstick and all the other fun phrases of we're eating shit. I do want to say that this year's Game Awards discourse on Twitter and Reddit, and I would dare even say if we had, and I probably could, I just don't want to do it, and look at the stream numbers of particular games, people are starting to vote with their wallet, as a great
Mhm.
bald man has said, in that we are really seeing the shit for what it is. We are seeing the predatory behaviors, and it's because the product isn't good anymore.
Nope.
From a studio you never heard of coming out of the gate with a AAA game to your favorite 20, 25 year studio that's just a shell of what you remember it being. I think a lot of consumers, and not even in the gaming industry, and I do think it is in a lot of places now, consumers are starting to see that they are getting the shit end of a deal, and they're not even getting a deal anymore. They're just getting shit.
The other side of that coin is people don't have the money to just throw at frivolous things
Yes.
anymore. So, like it used to be, I've said it before on this podcast, the three B's of gaming that always got my money: Bungie, Bethesda, and Blizzard.
Yep.
And now I won't buy a thing from either one of those companies without weighing the cost heavily.
Yeah.
I do more research for those three companies' games and products that are being released than I do for random fucking VR games I'll pick up for the PlayStation. I researched the fuck out of those because I bought some shit VR games and been mad about it.
Yeah. You know, I had a bunch of stuff, ready to go, and I feel like I kind of went through everything that I wanted to. Was there anything in particular to you that you wanted to cover for companies just not getting it right, man? Is there anything
I
else?
mean, honestly, like I just keep saying it. I feel like gaming as a whole, especially the AAA gaming sphere, is very anti-predator. Not anti-predator, anti-player. Sorry, I got distracted looking at the chat. Anti-player.
Yeah.
Like it's very predatory towards the player. It disrespects your time. It wants your money, and if you can get something for money, you're always going to get an inferior version
Yeah.
by playing the game normally. Like
Yeah.
I am tired of
Yeah.
I'm tired of beating the final tired of beating the final bosses of video games and effectively getting 2 tokens in a blue. Destiny players, you know what I'm talking about. Like I'm sick of it. I don't I don't
Yep.
want to just kill the final boss and get some badges of frost. You know what I mean? Like I don't want I want there to be like a bit of fanfare. And that's one of those things that like I like the achievement system for in WoW, because even if you don't get the big item from kicking Garrosh in the dick, you got an achievement and a title. At least you got a title. You know, fucking Arthas didn't hand you the horse whenever you killed him. That's okay. You're the Light of Dawn and a Kingslayer now.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Go lop your hand off and roll around pretending to be Jamie Lannister. It's cool. Nobody will question your relationship with your sister. But honestly, no. I think we've hit it on the head. The most fun games that I have played in the last year have all been indie games. I mean,
Yeah.
let's rattle off a few. Megabonk. Gone. Megabonk is fucking fantastic. I can't tell you enough about this game. I suck at it, but there's a lot of RNG involved, and I take risks. I'm very much a like I'll roll those dice person.
Yeah.
Gone fishing. Gone fishing is fan fucking tastic. You and up to 3 other of your buddies, so up to 4 of you total, have to fish and feed this fucking lake monster, otherwise he kills you. There's also other monsters and crazy shit that happens. Like you get struck by lightning, a giant fucking crab will come out of the lake and drag you into it. There's skinwalkers. There's a fucking big hand monster that I'm sure has a name that I've been calling the Demogorgon that lives in this cave behind you, and he fucking listens for you. If you're like, "Hey guys, I gotta be quiet. The thing's gonna get me," he's gonna fucking hear you and come over there and nom on your face. This game is amazing, and it doesn't cost any more than $10. Hold on. I'm going to open up my Steam library because there have been some fantastic ones that I think everybody should play. There's one begins with a C that someone gifted me that was really good.
Careful.
Carrion. Carrion is a fucking amazing game. You ever seen like the Thing?
Yes.
McCready and all that. Yeah,
Yes.
You're the Thing. It's a survival horror game where
Whoa.
you're the monster.
You're the monster.
It's really cool.
That's cool.
It's so fun. And this is like just a small company. I mean, even Hades 2. Hades 2 is fantastic, and I wouldn't exactly call Supergiant Games a small company, but like they're really fucking good. I think that's Supergiant.
I think that there's a couple of spaces in which indie games are doing really well, in spite of the big games, and then creators showing people that they're fun. Like for a last call out, Queso. All that man plays is indie games. That's all he does is play indie games. And it's actually to name off some of my personal favorites. I started playing Mortuary Assistant because of him and that sphere of indie horror gamers. I got
Yeah.
into Phasmophobia, had a blast playing it with Slidey. We got into Repo and made hilarious content out of that shit and just had a good old fashioned time. That shit's still in my clip reels just going around of us getting freaking scared and giggling and Santa blowing you up and all that kind of stuff. They're so easy. And it really is just coming from these indie sources. And it really begs the question, man. I just kind of thought of this now. We look at indie games today the way we looked at Blizzard during Warcraft 3 because they were an indie company, just a handful
Yeah.
of dudes. And now,
Chris Metzen and some bros.
yeah, so now if say take Expedition 33 as a studio, if they come
Ooh.
out with another game is that I'll give them a couple tracks up before they get to like the danger zone. I'm going to call it the danger zone where you blink and you've become a AAA company. And now you blinked and there's shareholders and before you know it your Chris Metzens are gone. Ian is around, but like he's beholden to the shareholders just like everybody else is. Is this a natural progression for a company that starts off right, that starts off good? Can you name me an extended stay studio right now that has kept its integrity, kept its price fair, and has always pumped out good product?
Larian, yeah.
Ooh.
I like to give CD Key Red a lot, or CD Project Red, whatever. That's CD Key Red. CD Project Red, a bit of credit. I feel like the only reason Cyberpunk got put out the way it was pressure. Like they had to do something. They had to put it out. I'll even give Hello Games a lot of credit because No Man's Sky released as a dumpster fire. It was just nothing that was promised. And then over the last like how many years, they have proceeded to add in almost everything that was originally offered, as well as so many new things, all for free, never charging us a dime,
Yeah.
never doing anything more than what never asking us for any more money.
I don't think it's a curse of success because you do see it in like celebrities and sports people that, the people that become your favorites, there's kind of nowhere for them to go but down. And
I can agree with that.
and I think with these studios, these companies, like we as the consumer got used to seeing them grow, and then they
We live in a time-
plateaued and we raised an eyebrow, and then they started going down and we went whoa, but we loved you just so much. What'd you do? What happened?
See, and that's the thing. We lived in a time of plenty. We lived in a time where we got our Oblivions, we got our Skyrims, we got our Knights of the Old Republics, we got our Bioshocks, our BioWare games in general. We got wonderful passion projects. And now our expectations are pretty fucking high. I mean, you can't watch a Marvel movie today without people comparing it to the high watermarks.
Yep.
We can't, like, there's a reason that after Rise of Skywalker, no, the Last Jedi, the middle sequel Star Wars movie,
Yep.
I stopped watching trailers and extra before it comes out media for anything. I will watch the first trailer. If the first trailer didn't show me any gameplay, it was just like ooh, here's our spooky story. Then you get two trailers. I will watch until I see gameplay. If I see enough there that's going to tell me I'm going to like it, I cut off all media about it. I don't watch anything on it. I don't want to know because I don't want my expectations to be set unreasonably high, which is something I do and is something that, to be honest, marketing for things really encourages.
Yeah.
Because like there is no baseline marketing. Like, hey, this is coming out. You should check it out. We think you'll like it. It's always, this is going to be the best thing ever. This is the greatest version of this product to ever fucking exist. This product's going to be so fucking cool. It's going to revolutionize the way you shit. That's right. This video game's going to make you poop better. Your mom's going to be happier with you. Your grades are going to be better. We don't care if you've been out of school for 30 years. That shit got retroactively changed. You now have a perfect SAT score. Your credit score, it has boobs. It's fantastic. Go out and live life. Like every product that comes out is that life changing. And there's nowhere for it to go but down.
Yep.
At that point, if it isn't personally handing you a cell phone that it dialed so you can talk to Jesus, like it's not going to live up to the hype that you have given it on top of the hype that it has been given by its own marketing.
Yep. Ooh, well said. Very, very well said, sir.
Every once in a while, the hamster stays on the wheel and I can get out more than one coherent thought.
It's good. That's good. Oh.
But I think we've hit all of our notes here, and I know you don't want to do another 3-hour podcast, and I don't want to do another 3-hour podcast. I got to sit down and watch Space King with these maniacs in my chat.
Oh, that's fun. I hope you guys have fun with that. I'm really excited about tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be dope. I've seen revised packs in person before. I've never been at a cracking of one. I think the oldest thing I've ever cracked was like 4th edition. So I'm really, really excited about the revised pack tomorrow. To like something someone said to me, like, you're gonna hype up the pack, you're gonna crack it, and then you're gonna sit there like an asshole. Make sure you go and get something else to do for stream. So at some point tomorrow, I'm gonna go to a local shop, pick up a couple rando things just to have kind of like a build up.
Right.
But I'm excited. Watch parties or something. There's a streamer that we watched. I think I told you about her, Spectral Sybil. She does watch parties, and I'm excited for you, man. Those look like a ton of fun to be a part of. You know what I'm saying?
I've never done it. This is a new vibe. I don't mind. I mean, I'm not out here trying to be like a reaction, streamer, but I definitely have no problem being like, you guys want to watch this? Let's check it out. You're talking about the oldest thing I've ever cracked. You got me wondering about that. Hey, honey, how old are you?
That's not nice. I just found the outro for the YouTube video.
He's gonna beat me.
Perfect.
He's gonna beat me.
Perfect.
I'm glad she doesn't watch my content, but I'm gonna go tell her I made that joke so I can get smacked.